All right, this is the first stream I'm doing of a new game. Well, not a new game, but new for streaming for me. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is the Wii U HD edition. And yeah, so I'm going to start a new game and we will get started. This game originally came out in 2006. They did the HD remake for the Wii U, I believe, in 2016. So about 10 years later, and now it being 2025 was basically 19 years after the release of the original. I'm going to be playing on the Wii U gamepad. I find the controller to be more ergonomic, but for this game specifically, there's some quality of life features that you can get when playing with the gamepad. And the gamepad I'm using is the Wind Waker Edition gamepad. So at some point in the future, I might actually stream Wind Waker. And of course, if I do that, it'll also be the Wii U edition, just due to the quality of life improvements that edition has. All right, I'll use the default name of Link. And default name for the horse, Epona. And yeah, if you're used to voice acting in games, this game doesn't have it. They communicate through text on the screen. It's always been sort of a tradition in the Zelda series that there's no voice acting until recently. And yeah, as you can tell by their faces, this is a unusual art style. Also, I am sort of experimenting with a new audio setup. So let me know how my speaking volume compares to the game volume, and if one needs to be higher or lower. Yeah, when they do have voice acting, it sounds like that. I always thought that this entrance was on the right side, not the left. So there's two prior versions to this game, the GameCube version and the Wii version. And the Wii version was completely the opposite, like the whole world was flipped for the Wii version. And the reason for that is Link, the main character in the Zelda series, is canonically left-handed, but for the Wii version, since they use motion controls, it made more sense that more people are right-handed for using the Wiimote purposes. So Nintendo's solution was to literally flip the entire game world to be the opposite, to account for something as trivial as which hand you hold your sword in. So I'm not sure which version that the Wii U version is based on. So one thing you might notice, this game came out during an era of Zelda series when the series was really experimenting with different art styles. First, you had part of this Wind Waker, which used a cel-shaded, like cartoony art style. Then Twilight Princess experiments a lot with soft lighting, like to create like sort of like an ethereal type glow effect. And then after this, there would be Skyward Sword, which try to resemble impressionist painting styles. So this was sort of in the middle of Nintendo's experimentation with all that. So it looks a little interesting. It looks different. Let's just put it that way. And in some ways, the sort of soft, ethereal glow to it, that sort of effect reminds me a bit of different parts of the game Dark Souls. So I kind of like it. And this is horseshoe grass. You can use it as a whistle, basically. Okay, so it's this way. Huh. Hearing a weird sound. I wonder if that sound is specifically when riding the horse. We'll see. Because it disappears during loading screens. Let's see what happens when I dismount. Because this is my first time streaming on the Wii U, so who knows. Okay, I'm gonna dismount. And let's see. Yeah, it's coming from the gamepad. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like a squeaky sound that's coming from the gamepad I'm using. So for next stream, I might switch over to just using the Wii U Pro controller instead. I would just switch now, but I have to charge the controller. All right, so gotta herd the goats. Okay. Why aren't they doing anything? Let me try. Well. Okay. So when it comes to the most exciting ways to begin a game, herding goats is typically not what most people think. Am I missing something here? How are we? First, let me save the game. All right, let's see how we do this. Come on, go to the barn. Oh, I know. It's one of those stupid Nintendo things where I think they're going to make me talk to this guy again before I can actually do it. Yeah. Okay, this was moronic. Is the guy said, all right, herd the goats. So I went ahead and thought, okay, he wants me to herd the goats. I'm going to herd the goats. Goats weren't going into the barn. But no, I literally have to go back to him and talk to him again because Nintendo logic. All right, we'll try this. Oh yeah, I have to wait till an official start screen. Wow. There, now they'll go in because I got that start screen. Because that's goat psychology, right? Anyone who works with farm animals will tell you that goats only respond if they see a start screen. All right, one more goat. Not really. Okay. If the game's prompting you to save, that means something major's about to happen. Okay, I thought something major was about to happen. All right. So my impressions of Epona the horse is that he's easier to control than Aggro from Shadow of the Colossus, but not as smooth as Torrent from Elden Ring or Roach from The Witcher 3 specifically. But still, anything better than Aggro from Shadow of the Colossus is a huge improvement. Okay, I'm supposed to be finding someone by the river. Here's a river. And a cat. Okay. Talk to her. Oh, okay, so it's her. Okay, so Kratos would have drifted down this river. Still would have come out here. Okay, I guess I have to find a way up there. All right. I think I can use the grass over here. It's a little bit easier. A little bit more accessible. All right. And I think this calls a hawk. Or some bird. Okay. And I'll send it after the monkey. Nice. All right, got the fishing rod. All right. But first things first, I saw what looks like a beehive up there. So I'm gonna get that beehive. And interestingly, he starts the game already with the Triforce symbol in his left hand, which is, if you know anything about like how that works in the Zelda series, that's unusual. Especially since he's not a knight or anything right now. He's a goat herder. So, I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to have on his hand. There we go. This beehive was blocking the path up here, so now with it destroyed, I can climb up. Bad camera angle. I'm trying to get all the money so I can buy that slingshot. All right. Try to be careful with the camera angle this time. Yeah, this controls are really weird here. Okay. So 23 rupees. That's a good start. I don't know how much the slingshot is. I'm thinking it's 30 rupees for some reason. Yeah, but you shouldn't put money inside your pumpkins if you don't want them to be smashed. I mean, that's just, you know, common sense right there. It reminds me of that Soviet joke about burying diamonds underneath a potato crop in order to trick the KGB into digging it up for you. I mean, if you put money inside your produce is going to get, you know, smashed. All right, I think this was the shop. Let's see. Okay. I like how they use goat horns to frame their signs. All right. Oh, okay, she's not going to sell me anything until her cat comes back. I mean, the obvious, you know, solution there will be for her to go outside and look for her cat, but I don't think she's going to do that. Okay, and what's cool about, you know, playing on the gamepad is I can actually use the gamepad to equip items like that. Seems that the squeaking comes from the A button on this. All right, I'm assuming I need bait of some sort. But let's see how this goes. Yeah, I don't know how to fish. Maybe I have to jerk the gamepad back. How do I... There we go. Yeah, I have to hit the button that the rod's assigned to. Okay, I don't know how I did that, so... Okay, and the cat got my fish. Cool. After the goat herding and the fishing, I'm ready to actually get the sword. So the real advantage here is not the milk, it's the bottle that it comes in. Because once you use up the milk, you can reuse that bottle for other stuff like fairies and oil and stuff like that. And in particular, I think in the early game, oil is going to be pretty important. Alright, I'll need the slingshot. Okay, bee larvae can be used as bait. Okay. And yep, I get, yeah, 30 rupees. Okay. So let me equip that slingshot. For things that require aiming, I find it better to equip it on the right shoulder button, and I can use the gyroscope, you know, I can aim with the right stick more easily. This thing also has gyroscope aiming. But if you're using like the extra Y button and trying to use the right stick, it can be a little bit hard. So the right shoulder button seems to work best for this sort of thing. So know about the timeline here. As some people, actually a lot of people know, the Zelda timeline is split into 3 branches. So start with Skyward Sword as like chronologically the first game, and then when it came to Ocarina of Time, the timeline of events split into 3 separate timelines. I believe, yeah, it's called the Child's Timeline that this one follows. So it's a sequel to Majora's Mask. I like how he told you to, he left something in your room and it puts a spire there on the ladder, so you're forced at this point to learn how to use the slingshot. That's one way of doing that without, you know, an annoying tutorial pop-up message. Okay, at least I got some sword. And I know there was something down here that you can get more easily if you have the lantern. But if you don't have the lantern yet, I'm wondering if I can still access this chest here. It's dark, but maybe if I use the mini map, I can, you know, find it. Or maybe the chest is programmed to simply not spawn if you don't have the lantern yet. That's a possibility. Let's see. No, I definitely see something here. I mean, I could wait till I have the lantern, but then I'll have to make a return trip, and I, you know, would rather not do that. So, yeah, I'm right up on the chest, I think, at it. So, actually, yeah, it looks like I found the chest. It's just not going to let me open it until I have that lantern. All right. I would like to, you know, go off and start, you know, using my sword, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to do some stuff here. Yeah, let me get off to work. Oh, okay. All right, what does it want me to do? I have a feeling I was supposed to do this tutorial before I used it on the spider. Okay. And when manually aiming, you just have to sort of have your target go between the two prongs and sort of account for, well, you'll see. Yeah. There. Nope. I'm ready to get started. Yeah, it is slow. Well, let me take the horse. Okay, I guess not. This mirrored world is kind of throwing me off. I'm starting to think that this is based on the Wii version. Or maybe not. Maybe I have it backwards. Yeah, I don't remember where I'm supposed to go here. Obviously not here. I'll check back at Orden Village. Okay, yeah, I think the mayor. I have to talk to the mayor. I'm a 90s era band. Smashing Pumpkins. All right, so the mayor's house. Yeah, this flipped world is really throwing me off. But yeah, this is the mayor. Okay, another sort of hidden tutorial. Oop. I was pressing A, but... Okay, let's try it again. If only there was a fence I can keep him in, you know? Okay. Don't know why it didn't work last time, but it worked this time. All right, now what do I do? Okay, I guess I should check back here. Yeah, rolling is faster than running, so I roll everywhere. No, I'd rather not. I don't remember this gamepad making the squeaking sound during the Wii U menu screen. So it might be specific to this game. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some more testing. So far, I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go. The only thing is, maybe I'll talk to those kids and see if I need to actually go through with that whole sword demonstration. I'll just do it. Okay. Okay, now I guess I can progress the game. I was hoping that that tutorial thing would be optional, but I guess it's not. Am I the only one who's hearing the squeaking sound every time I roll? It happens just after I roll. I guess that would be because the noise is coming from the gamepad. Okay, I guess I need... Okay, I guess I have to call Epona. Alright, so much for Epona getting the day off. No, because when riding Epona with the stick pressed, I'm still hearing that squeaking noise. So it's not just the A button. So let me see here. Okay, and when I'm not on Epona, running does not make the sound. So this might be just one of those dumb features that they put in the game. Because if there's a hardware issue, then whether I'm on Epona or not should make no difference. Even the lantern handle has that is goat horns. They really love goat horns here. You see a little goat head, and I never noticed that in the original version, but this being the remaster, probably a little bit more clear. Okay, let's see. So he sells refill oil. All right, so they come over here. And I assume that opponent won't go in the cave. By the way, one of the differences in the Wii U version is that there's a new dungeon added called like Cave of Ordeals or something like that. It's specific to this version of the game, and accessing it requires the Wolf Link amiibo, which I have right here. And if you complete it, you gain more hearts for Wolf Link that can be transferred over to Breath of the Wild. Plus, in this game, you can also upgrade your wallet. Oh no, I'm trying to put the lantern away so I don't waste oil. Okay. You're supposed to be lighting these torches to see better, but I mean, I can see just fine. Oh, okay. A little bit faster than I was expecting. Okay, that one's carrying a key, I think. One of them is carrying a key. Maybe not. This game also has a stamp collecting feature where you can find stamps in the game, and it integrates with the Miiverse application, which has been discontinued years ago. So there's, besides just being a completionist, there's not much point in the stamp collecting. All right, now where do I go? Let's see. After playing Elden Ring for so long, and then even to some extent the Plague Tale before that, it is refreshing to play a game that doesn't feel like it's going to give me a heart attack. Okay, so I got a small key. So where's the door at? It's been quite a while since I played this game, so oops, okay, I guess don't do that. So I don't exactly remember where I'm supposed to go, but it looks like from the mini-map, there's something to the west here. Yeah, there we go. There's a door. Okay. By the way, my PC is currently preloading Persona 5: The Phantom X. It was a mobile spin-off game of the Persona 5 game, and it was originally, I think, only available in Japan for mobile devices for a long time, and now it's finally available in the United States for both mobile and PC. I generally do not play mobile games at all. I don't like them, especially not mobile gacha games. But I do like Persona 5, so I'm going to give this a try at some point. Huh. I mean, I can understand someone mistaking the kid for a monkey. There is a little bit of a resemblance there. All right. And this is another one of those hidden tutorials where it wants you to do the spin attack. Yeah, this game does have a slow start, but it's been a while since I played this game, years, in fact. But this definitely does get a lot more interesting, especially near the end. And I was actually debating between streaming this and streaming the Wind Waker HD. And I may do the Wind Waker at some point because I do think the HD version brings a lot that the GameCube version does not. And the reason I chose this instead of Wind Waker is because now that Wind Waker is available through Nintendo Switch Online on the Switch 2, it's more accessible to people. So I figured I would stream the game that's less accessible. I actually saw an estimate recently that the HD version of Wind Waker has, if you're going for a completionist run, it takes 18 fewer hours than the original due to the quality of life improvements, such as the expanded Picto Box and the Swift Sail, and also how the changes they made to the whole Triforce piece quest. I wish for this game, though, Twilight Princess. Oh, I'm being timed. Okay. I wish for the Twilight Princess thing that they had done something about the pose being only available at night, because there's no way to quickly change from day to night in this game except by literally making time pass by running around. Okay, I think he said 1 minute time frame. I don't think I'm gonna get it in 1 minute. Come on, you can't give me a sword and then have me herd goats. Okay. Come on. All right. Maybe the time limit was 2 minutes. I don't know. I'm stuck against the wall. Yeah, probably won't. Whatever the time limit is, it probably won't make it. Okay, 2 minutes have elapsed. Or maybe it's one of those things where you can take as long as you want, but you get a reward if you get it done fast. I'm not sure, but I just know I don't want to hurt goats anymore. Come on. All right, one more. Don't make this difficult, please. Okay. I mean, I get why there's this long intro sequence with Link doing like herding goats and fishing and all that. Is they're trying to separate him from previous iterations of Link, which were often like knights or somewhat people of high importance. Okay, 6 seconds faster than usual, so I guess that was good. So maybe there was a 3 minute like goal here. For those who aren't aware, the Link in this game and the Zelda in this game are reincarnations of previous versions of Link and Zelda. Well, I take it back. Link is a reincarnation. Zelda is actually a family name that gets passed down. So every princess in this royal line is named Zelda. So that's not the same thing as reincarnation, although to some extent, all of them are reincarnations of Hylia, which is talked about in the original Zelda game, chronologically, Skyward Sword. So I guess in that sense, all Zeldas are reincarnations, but also all Links are reincarnations, except for the Wind Waker Link. That version of Link was not. I mean, there was a fence in the way, so I mean, I had to jump over it. And then if I remember correctly, there's a wolf sequence before I actually get the sword. The real sword, not this wooden thing. Really? Okay, I have to go through this again. All right, take the sword. Okay. I was going to look for an options menu to find some way of disabling the squeaking sound. And what's interesting is I have the volume on the gamepad turned all the way down, so it shouldn't be making any sort of sound at all from the speakers. Okay. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be connected to haptic feedback on, because the gamepad does have a bit of a rumble feature to it. That could be it. So that would explain why using the left stick to move works with Epona, but not when I'm off Epona, because there's haptic feedback, like vibrations in the gamepad when you're riding Epona. So it probably is a hardware issue. Well, I'll wait till I'm actually done streaming the game before I take apart my gamepad to try to fix it. But in the meantime, maybe after this stream, I'll look in the settings and see if I can disable haptic feedback. Yeah, that's what's happening. There's the squeaking then, and this thing was rumbling. That's what's going on. Finally, the game starts getting interesting. After streaming for an hour, it gets interesting. And that's the thing, like, if this was a brand new IP that I've never heard of before, I wouldn't play for an hour until it got interesting. I would, put it down. But because I know it's a Zelda game, I know it eventually is going to get good. That's something. So this is something that only Nintendo can get away with because they sort of built that reputation, especially with the Zelda series. So you know that even if there's a slow start, you know it's going to get better. I don't know if it's ever addressed why Link has that Triforce tattoo on the back of his hand. Not tattoo, but I mean, whatever that is supposed to be, mark on the back of his hand, even when at this point he's not connected to anything related to being a knight or anything like that. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, there we go. So this is Midna. She's the companion for the game. At this era, from like the N64 era all the way up to Skyward Sword, Link would have some sort of companion throughout the game whose job is really like exposition and to give hints and stuff like that. they ranged in how well received they are. So some of them, the first one I think was Navi in Ocarina of Time, and some of them were more liked than others. Fee from it's either pronounced Fee or Fi. They don't have voice acting, so I don't know. From Skyward Sword is one of the least favorite companions in the series. Midna, I think, is on the opposite end. She's one of people's favorites. I mean, I hope that my instincts would change if I'm a wolf now. Oh, you're gonna hide in the spikes where I can't get you? Okay. There we go. Guess I have to lure it over to me. Come on, come closer. Nope, not gonna come over. Okay, I was looking for an options menu this whole time. I'm going to turn the rumble feature off. And... okay, yeah. Turning the rumble feature off fixed the squeaking noise. That is what it is. Okay. And looks like the water's drained, so I can't. Okay. Well, I'll just live without the rumble feature. I'm not going to take apart. my gamepad for that. Especially because Wii U is one of those consoles that it's pretty complicated when it comes to working on it, like repairing it and modding it, stuff like that. I've taken apart a Wii U before, and compared to other consoles, it is not fun. Like, imagine keeping track with a bunch of different size screws that use tri-wing bits. Like, how many people even have one tri-wing screwdriver, let alone multiple? All right. Yeah, I guess I can't get through there. So, can I climb up here? I'm assuming that Midna's gonna have to do her little thing again where I have to, jump from platform to platform. There we go. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're inside a castle. Now I'm trying to push this thing. Let's see, how do I there we go. Oh. There we go. Here. Right, one more should do it. I'll say this is one of the top 3 versions of the character Zelda. In many different iterations throughout the series. The only other versions that I think are better are Wind Waker and possibly the Breath of the Wild. Actually, no, I'll put this one above Wind Waker. And notice the Sheikah symbol on her cloak. It's not Sheikah aren't addressed at all in this game. Like I don't think they're even mentioned once. If as far as I remember, but it's an interesting little detail that you be seeing a lot more of that symbol in other games. A little bit of misdirection here. Midna is calling Zelda Twilight Princess, but I believe that the term Twilight Princess actually refers to Midna herself. And by the way, if you're wanting to repel an attack like that, large shield and spear is really a good combination, like some of those soldiers have. And they were in a good defensive formation, and then some of them decided to rush in, breaking formation, you know. That's kind of a cool sword. The symbolism above her throne sort of implies that the Triforce and the three goddesses play more of a central role in their social and political structure than in other Zelda games. Like, you don't see any Triforce stuff at all in Breath of the Wild. And by the way, that scene with Zelda, we're not going to see Zelda again until much later, and then again at the end of the game. So she's not in the game very much. But despite the fact that the series is called The Legend of Zelda, there's actually quite a few games in the series where Zelda isn't in the game at all. This sort of green blocky pattern on Midna and in those portals sort of reminds me of those blocks, the green blocks that appear sometimes in a certain part of Eco, and the ones that sort of disappear from the bridge in Shadow of the Colossus. All right, so now I can. I gotta find my sword and shield. All right. I remember this part had to be stealthy. Okay, I guess get a little closer. Even closer. Huh. Okay. So I can't get so close that they see me, but I'm too far away as is. There we go.
What might be? The paper will be. Power.
That's a very detailed moon. Oh yeah, well, I'll destroy the crops. Okay.
Think one you did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can actually basically play music with your howling in this game.
with people, sir?
And of course, it has goat horns on it.
Swampy really big. Think of Japan.
I'm supposed to, okay, I guess I can get out this way. And let's talk to the cat. See what the cat has to say. Oh no, dog. Okay. Ooh. The best swordsman in Orden. To be fair, he kind of seems like he might be the only swordsman in Orden. It's a pretty small village.
Cậu chút biết gì ông kia? Thành thì ông còn kia. Biết cậu Twilight Nam. Dung không có anh xoay. Các người khu trực cuốn á. 원from 뼈 같이 때문에 이쪽이에요. My unit request one more being. You
Oh, still won't let me do that multi-attack. I guess I have to get them all first, and then when they revive, then it'll probably let me do the multi-attack. Yep. Okay. Because remember, you can't use a skill until they tell you that you can. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, okay. So let me finish one of them off first. Okay. And then... There we go. Oh no, oh, I have to go this way. This is one of the reasons I like the game is the visuals. Looks obviously the graphics are outdated. This was originally This is an HD remaster of a GameCube game, but the graphical fidelity is one thing, but art direction is another thing to consider. And I like the art direction in this game. And I believe in the HD version, they reduce the number of tiers of light they need to obtain, because some of the ones in the original were just redundant. And see, even still, it's like almost like an extended tutorial where the insect runs through the fence, so it's prompting you to remind you that you can dig. Okay, I'm supposed to get a minute prompt to jump around here somewhere. Oh, here we go. That was a lot of jumping. Okay, now I have to dig him from up under the ground. Come on. Running away. All right, well, plan B. Do that. Easy. We have to go back for two of them. Okay. Good. Three more light tiers, and they're back this way. And it looks like some of them are in the middle of that miasma. Probably up on the tree trunk, actually. So I probably just jumped a little bit too far. And here's one of them. All right. Okay, I see him now. All right, that should be all of them. Now I can hopefully return back to being a human. So now once I'm a human, my goal for this first stream will be to complete the first dungeon. And now I got the typical green tunic outfit.
Oh. Cushion. Kitchen. Just our day. Day.
All right, what does she have to say? Oh, really? Just another tutorial? Okay. All right. I can't go this way. Okay, I guess I have to turn right. I thought this gate was locked though. Okay, I guess I need to do the typical Nintendo routine where you have to actually examine the obstacle and then it'll unlock the ability to, you know, get around it. Ooh, and that could actually be useful. I'm only 16 rupees away too. Well, by the time I need it, I'll definitely have 100 rupees, so... Oh no, wrong way. I'm 15 away now, so just a few enemies should give me what I need. Because I don't really care so much about the bottle. The oil itself is the bottle it comes in. Out of curiosity, I wonder if this drops rupees. It does, okay. So then I could probably get more rupees here. Okay, yeah. That gives me enough to get that bottle of oil. Now, I know I'll need the bottle of oil soon because a monkey's gonna steal my lantern. That sounds like a weird sentence to say out loud, but yeah, I just remember from last time I played this that a monkey literally steals your lantern. And he uses up all the oil inside of it. Alright, I'm gonna get the oil bottle. There we go. Alright, so the monkey should... Okay, I have to actually use my lantern. Okay. There we go. Just have to make sure I don't go into the purple fog. There we go. Over here, come on. And because I ran out of oil, but I have this oil bottle. I should be able to refill it. But how do I... Okay, good, good. I was really just gonna pour the oil out, but that works. All right, heading to the first dungeon. Oh, I was trying to do a spin attack. There we go. Come on. And you can buy oil from this bird. It's actually possible to steal from him, but if you do that, he'll become hostile next time. Ah, and here's the golden wolf. I was surprised that you could find him this early. So the common theory is that this skeleton is the version of Link from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So that's the only time Nintendo will allow Link to have any dialogue lines, is when he's dead. I just realized I'm skipping through the dialogue pretty quickly. I just read fast, but maybe I should slow down a little bit. But to be fair, it is a Nintendo game, so most of the dialogue isn't that important. Okay. Flames. All right, this is the first dungeon, and it's the forest theme. That seems to be pretty common. Like in Ocarina of Time, the first dungeon was literally inside of a giant tree. And I believe the second dungeon is the fire-themed dungeon, and then Wind Waker just sort of reversed them, had the fire one first and then the forest one. So the series is kind of formulaic in how it does things, but that's okay, because for the most part, there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, each of the Zelda games bring something interesting. even if they do follow kind of a predictable pattern. I can never remember how to get these spiders' weak points, because for the most part they're invulnerable unless you manage to hit them just right. There was actually a boss in Dark Souls 2 that's like that, a giant spider who you had to hit her in very specific points to do any damage, otherwise it did nothing. Alright, and with typical Zelda logic, if you see a group of torches, you're supposed to light all of them, so something magic will happen. In most Zelda games, the boomerang is kind of an overpowered weapon. It's usually, once you get the boomerang, you can trivialize a lot of the combat by simply stunning them with the boomerang. And actually, in some games like Link's Awakening, the boomerang could act as like a replacement for your sword. Yeah, I don't think I'm able to get that chest up here until I get the boomerang. And that's like a bomb flower, so I think when I raised the stairs, I accidentally covered up the wall like a bomb. So, you know what I'll do? Let me check on that real quick. Yeah, the bombable wall is here. So let me do this. Exit and then re-enter. There we go. Oh no, it stays up. Okay. I was pretty sure there was a bombable wall here. Oh, but you know what I can do? Once I get the boomerang, the boomerang can actually put out the torches. So I can actually do that. Okay. The spiders are an interesting concept, and the Zelda games are called skulltulas because of the skull design on their abdomen. Interesting variation on your typical spider. Okay. Yeah. Okay, these aren't bomb flowers, they're like bomb spiders. In a lot of Zelda games, you literally have bombs that grow as flowers. But here, I guess they're just bomb spiders. And this guy can be interesting. He can actually teleport you out of dungeons and then back into dungeons in the place you left off. I pretty much never use them. And the reason is it's rare that you'll find yourself in a need to leave the dungeon early. Okay. But I need a key for that, right? So I don't have a key. Okay, I'll just have to come back and find one. Okay. I have no idea why rolling is faster than running. Okay, cool. So I can go back and unlock that door. And this whole side quest thing of having to go here to fetch the key and then come back, I mean, it does serve a purpose for game design because it is sort of introducing you to the concept that wind will rotate these bridges. And here the wind occurs naturally in cycles, but at a certain point, like when you're indoors, there's not going to be wind, so you'll have to create your own wind using the Gale Boomerang. So there is a point to that, even though it seems pointless. Because people do get rightfully frustrated when the game talks too much and tells you how to do everything. But here, it's showing rather than telling. So it's much more tolerable. Okay. And this is also introducing to the concept that you have to repeatedly roll into a pillar in order to knock what's above it down. And this is important because there will be a mini boss where you have to do exactly that. So by introducing to the concept out of combat, you'll know what to do in combat. Even though they do have some questionable decisions at times, Nintendo does sort of have game design down to a science. And like here, it seems like I didn't get anything, but the prize here is the second monkey. Because what we're actually doing in this dungeon is collecting monkeys. Again, that's another weird thing it's a weird thing to say out loud, out of context. But yeah, that's what we're doing, is collecting monkeys. So now I have 2 monkeys instead of 1. We can get over a bigger gap. And it seems like the leader monkey is the one with the flower on her head. Okay, that needs a bomb spider. Okay, and miss through that. There we go. Throwing a bomb spider into a carnivorous plant is another one of those things that's just weird to say out loud. And okay, doesn't look like we have enough time to throw that bomb spider into that carnivorous plant, so there's probably a different way to do that. Like maybe there's one up there. Yeah, there's one up there. Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking. And let's look at the map. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna. This probably isn't the way. You probably want to go to the dead end first because there's likely an item there. Yeah. Okay, and that has a thing to blow up, so I have to do it that way. Use this bomb spider to there we go. And there's a third monkey. And again, we get more reinforcement for the knocking things off pillars thing. And here there's actually a visible reward for doing so, which is a chest. So these games are pretty good about not putting you in a situation where you have to already know how to do something if it's never been introduced to you before in a situation like combat. So if you need a skill for combat, you'll have already been introduced to that skill probably multiple times before. Oh, I remember this part. It's tricky where you have to jump on the log without rolling off of it. Like, I don't know why it forces you to jump. And I can't walk across here because these things will attack you, so. There we go, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Well, at least it put me up here. Okay. I see the chest back there. I'm thinking that's one of the ones where I needed a yellow boomerang for. Seems like stabbing attacks are the best way to deal with the spiders. Again, just like the spider boss in Dark Souls 2. Okay, monkey can swim. I wonder if there's actually like a trope, like where that trope comes from, of spiders being heavily armored except for like their face. Like, is that like a thing that exists in nature in some species? Because it's way too weird for two games I know of now to have that trope. And in fact, it's probably cheating to count Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls because they're made by the same company, but Demon Souls also had a boss called an armored spider. But now seeing it happen with Zelda is like, okay, is this where did this trope come from? Ah, nope. There we go. So this game was interesting in that you had to collect 5 pieces of heart in order to get a heart container, rather than the 4 that's standard for most other Zelda games. Alright, so I'm thinking this area up here is where I need to go next. I'm just taking care of the dead-end rooms first, from what I can see on the map. Because that seems to make the most sense, because typically they would contain your means of progression. And yeah, this one does. It has a monkey. Monkey and a key. Okay, so 2 things for progression. Okay, and there's conveniently placed bomb spiders. Oh, okay, I have to kill the head first and then blow it up. Okay. There we go. I've never actually tried to break the game using, like, by purposely misusing small keys in ways that they're not supposed to be used. I remember a long time ago I was able to basically break Link's Awakening by managing to complete some dungeons without using all the small keys, and I think using them in other dungeons or something like that. Or partially completing one dungeon and then taking my unused keys to a different dungeon and using them that way. I remember there was some way of breaking the game in Link's Awakening that I purposely did. I think they've gotten better about preventing you from doing that. Okay, I don't think it's possible to get over here without the Gale Boomerang. I'll get confirmation of that in a second if both of them turn. Because if both of them turn, then yeah, that's impossible. And yeah, okay, I need to come back with the boomerang. Okay, but I think I'm up to 4 monkeys now, so I should be able to get over wider gaps. Let's see. Count the monkeys. Okay, there's 4 of them. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yep, dark room. Guess this is a mini boss. Yep. And here is just a way. Not only is it giving more enemies to fight, but also demonstrating that the boomerang can be used to cut vines. Trying to roll instead of jump attack. I guess I can't lock on for that. Yeah, if you lock on, it forces you to do a jump attack if you have your sword out. Okay. Okay, it wasn't me knocking him off the pillar, it was me stunning him so the boomerang could knock him off the pillar.
wonderful technique. Do you power?
Really? It's gonna make me do this repeatedly? Like, I need practice throwing a boomerang? Okay.
That's gonna be big.
Okay, I don't need a status update from Midnight every single time. Alright, checking the map. And I came from that outdoor area, so... What I could do now is that one area with... Where was... Okay, he was here. Yeah, I can get this chest now. There we go. Oops. All right, Sydney. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So yeah, goal is to complete this dungeon, at least for this stream. Now I got 5 monkeys freed. There's, I believe, 8 of them in this dungeon. Nope, not it here. And I can get this chest in this main room. There we go.
My life is going to power.
And there's a chest here as well. Nice. Looks like there's a chest in the very first room, according to my map. It's probably also up on the ceiling. All right, where is it? Ah, okay. There we go. So, I think I'm getting close to the end of this dungeon. Oh, it's one of the minor chests. Not worth it. Backtracking for 10 rupees is not worth it. Alright. Now I think if I remember right, the boss key is in this area. But even once you have the boss key, I don't think you can actually get to the boss without freeing another 3 monkeys. Alright. And of course, if you get all 4 of these, it won't work unless you do them in a specific order, and this Z pattern shows you the order. And fortunately, this game actually gives you, because you have to lock onto the targets, it gives you a little bit more control over this. There we go. I think I missed the chest back there, but that's okay. It looks like there's supposed to be one here. Unless, oh no, okay. I have no idea what these yellow squares in the minimap are for, apparently. Alright, well. Oh, no, no, no. According to the map, there is a chest here. Because they disappear when you open them, so there's one unopened chest in this room. Alright, let's see where it's at. Wow, okay, I guess I totally missed this. Most of them are probably gonna be worthless like this, but you never know when it's a piece of heart. So, always gotta check. And there should be, okay, and this map actually shows me where the monkeys are too. That's nice. Okay, it looks like there's something here. I don't remember ever finding this in a previous playthrough, actually. It's pretty well hidden. Oh, and it's a stamp. Wow. A stamp for the Miiverse, which is completely non-functional at this point. I've never, even when the Wii U is a fresh new console, I don't think I've ever actually used Miiverse functionality for anything. It's always just seems like one of those, like, what's the point type things. Okay, so progression is going to be up north. So gotta relight these torches. And I was pretty sure there was... Okay, not here. Now, how do I get over there? Oh, okay. There was a door in that room. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, now that we're indoors, you can't rely on the natural wind anymore. I didn't need a cutscene for that. Thank you, Nintendo. This is another interesting Zelda trope where they make enemies at first, when you first encounter them, they're pretty tough, but then inside the dungeon, you obtain an item that makes the enemies much easier. Like I remember that was a thing in Wind Waker where, yeah, you could use the Deku Leaf to defeat the P-Hat enemies, but then once you got the Boomerang, it became much easier to defeat them. Okay, if I remember right, there's one of these holes I'm supposed to drop down to get to the monkey. And I just have to figure out which one. Okay, this one looks like a good bet. There we go. So, by my count, there should be 2 more monkeys left to free. Two more. Okay, now I have to find a ladder or something to. Okay, I guess this is it. This kind of makes me miss Breath of the Wild, where you can just like use your stamina to jump up ladders. Do I have a small key? I don't think I do. Okay. Probably up north. I really don't want to backtrack earlier than this. Okay, okay. It's clearer on the game minimap than it is on the Wii U minimap because of the gamepad minimap because of the size of the chest. Right. Okay. Chest should be here. Okay, and then it's a pretty simple puzzle of use boomerang, get... Oh yeah, because they're preparing you for the final boss of this dungeon. So it's like they like to introduce concepts in a non-combat situation, so when you're in a combat situation... No, we don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. So that when you're in a combat situation, you don't have to frantically wonder what to do. The way I did just there. Okay. Okay, now I suppose I can... Hopefully it doesn't come right back to me, but idea is to send it flying into the boulder. There we go. Cool. All right, one more monkey. The gyroscope controls on the Wii U gamepad are so much better than aiming manually. After Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I kind of missed the whole typical green tunic look. Make Link green again. Mulga. Another stamp, really? I wish the compass would have, you know, some indication of whether or not a chest is a stamp, so I'll know to just ignore it. Okay, got all the monkeys here. So that should open the way to the boss. Can't skip, okay. It was important to Nintendo that I watch the sequence of monkeys. Because, you know, this is just a vital cutscene here. Absolutely crucial that I see it. Okay, I need another long cutscene of just staring at this. I get it as for cinematic effect, but after playing Elden Ring for so much, and yeah, this just seems kind of weird. All right, so let's see. Guess I have to do that. There we go. Oh yeah, I can't do anything yet until I have to pretend like I'm actually fighting them for real until the monkey comes to rescue. There we go. Oh, okay, I have to do that. There we go. And okay, I can't move while. All right, hopefully that's out of range. All right, come on, where's that stupid monkey at? Okay. Well, that was useless. It's at the time to release a little bit better, so. No, because it ends up chasing the. Oh, there we go. He stabbed that sword right through his head. It looks like.
One, kami. With Rusty.
Okay. Oh, actually, I can come this way to the east. I was gonna go back to my house and get that. Now I have the lantern, get that chest down there in the basement, but I'm not too concerned about that. But actually, I did say I was gonna. My goal was to complete the first dungeon for this stream, and I did that already. So I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here for tonight, and Saturday is I'm gonna be resuming my stream of Elden Ring, and the goal there is to first thing fight Melania and see how it goes. Who knows? Might get lucky and win the first time. Probably not. Might take me a few hundred tries, more likely. We'll see. But that's gonna do it for this stream. I will hopefully see you next time if I can figure. There we go. Save this way. All right. I hope to see people on the Elden Ring stream, and I will go ahead and end it for tonight.